Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is Mills or Grady Spawn. I'm kind of just out on this trail. I felt like I needed to come out here and just talk to the camera a little bit. I feel kind of awkward because like I'm kind of in someone's backyard and this dog keeps barking at me, bro. But whatever. I'm not in someone's backyard. I'm like in a trail behind someone's backyard, okay? But I'm not trespassing. This is like a real trail, I promise. It's kind of a cold day outside right now. It's Sunday. I got a runny nose out here. I just heard the church bells ringing, but I don't know. I just had like an impulse to come out here and talk to my camera today, so that's what I'm doing. You guys ever just get like a random, like super strong desire to do something out of nowhere? Just out of nowhere, like you're like, fuck, like I really need to do this shit, or else I'm like going against myself, essentially. To me, that's God, bruh. That's God. That is God telling you need to do something, and the reason why you feel like guilty or like you're going against yourself if you don't do it is because you're essentially disappointing God. So I guess you could say that God wanted me to come out here and have this conversation with y'all today. Yeah, guys, I kind of just want to talk to you guys a little bit about living life behind a mask and how that can hurt you. And I'm not trying to come off as some like super wise, all-knowing guy. Like, I'm young, I'm still learning and shit, but I do have a little bit of experience with this topic, and it's something I've been reflecting on for a long time, so I feel like I can speak on it a little bit. But yeah, we live in like a day and age where it's kind of like super normal to live by a name that's not like your birth name. Like, I know a lot of people, not even like social media influencers and like musicians, but just like people that go by a different name. Like, they live their life with a different name. Yeah, on top of that, we have like the majority of our generation is trying to be influencers or whatever. So a lot of people come up with a name that is not their birth name to go by in order to live up to the character they created in their head. You know what I mean? Bro, there's like sirens and shit going on. I don't know if you guys can hear that shit. I keep having to fucking break my video every once in a while, bro. I want to do these videos like off my dome. You know what I mean? I used to script my shit a little bit, but it's like now on this channel, like I don't want to script anything. Like, especially these type videos, I feel like it has to just be all off the dome. It comes out better that way anyway. Comes out a little bit more genuine too. Like, I'm not against people creating a name for themselves. Obviously, I've done it. Grady Spawn isn't my real name. It's what I use for my music and my gamer tag and posting my art and stuff. But a lot of people create a character or a version of themselves that they're trying to be that they know they aren't deep down. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of musicians and creators, they go into it the wrong way when they're making a new name for themselves. Like, they feel like they are unworthy themselves of being this character, so they have to turn themselves into this other character. I feel like that's when it kind of starts to hurt you. It's the mindset of feeling like you aren't enough. That mindset usually ends up leading people to one that isn't making decisions based off of who they want to be rather than who they're trying to be. When I created Grady Spawn, it was like the first time I created a name where I knew that I was going about it in the right way. It was like throughout all of my life, dude, I've created like probably over 50 different names. If you know me, if you're one of my friends that have known me for a long time, you would know that I've created tons of fucking different names, dude. I've created tons of different teams, different Instagrams, YouTube channels, whatever. Like, every single alias I've ever created has led me to this point, but it's also hurt me a lot. Held me back a lot. Because I was stuck in a mindset where I was feeling like all my decisions I was making was for who the person I was trying to be rather than just trying to bring the best me out of myself, if that makes sense. All I can say is if you're trying to be somebody that you know truly isn't you, it's going to end poorly for you. It won't last. As humans, we're always going to feel the need to grow and evolve, and we're always going to change. Usually that change is for the better. But in order to ensure that we're making decisions best suited for ourselves, we have to believe we can do it. We have to believe that the version that we are now is capable of doing it. We don't have to wait a certain amount of time, or we don't have to wait until we get a certain following, until we can start being that person that we've created in our head. I mean, that person that you've created in your head, if you aren't able to be that right now, then you probably shouldn't be that. Like, don't get me wrong though, it's easier for me to convey my message, I think, as Grady Spawn rather than as Mills. But I'm not like running away from who I am anymore. As you guys know, like in my intros, like I always lead with, my name is Mills or Grady Spawn. I want people to acknowledge Mills, You know what I mean? I used to not want people to acknowledge Mills. I wanted people just to acknowledge who I was trying to be. And then when I felt like significant change needed to happen, I couldn't make that change without changing my name, you know, because I realized who I was trying to be wasn't me deep down. So I felt like I had to change it to a different name. It was just this ongoing cycle of constantly changing and changing and changing until I was finally comfortable with an alias, but I was never going to be comfortable with it because I was still running away from me. That's why I'm confident that I'm not going to change my name anymore, because I don't need to. I don't think many people think about shit like this as deeply as I do. I still feel like it's an important thing to know if you're living under a mask. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of just wanted to talk to you guys about this so that you could be honest with yourselves. You know, if you are an influencer or a musician or anyone that's living by a name that isn't actually your birth name, ask yourself the simple question: Am I trying to be somebody that I'm not? Be honest with yourself, though. Really, truly be honest with yourself. Every single time I made a new alias, I thought I was being honest with myself, but I really wasn't. I wish I could have told this information to myself when I was younger, when I was creating all those different names, because I wasted a lot of time. And that's exactly what's gonna happen if you keep living behind a mask. You're just gonna waste your time. You're just gonna spend your time doing stuff that might feel genuine in the moment, but it turns out to be not so genuine in the long run. And you're gonna want to change it. It's just gonna waste your fucking time. If you're gonna be doing something like being an influencer or a musician, you know, you have to be genuine as you can possibly be, because your viewers are gonna be able to tell really easily if you're being genuine or not. Wasting time is my biggest regret in my life. We're all here for a very short amount of time, and the value that you could bring this world may only be relevant for a certain amount of time. You might only have a certain time frame to evoke that value, and if you don't, you might be stuck living a fucking normal shitty ass life. I feel like if your value is truly special and unique, it could work out at any time, but I also do believe that in your lifetime you're given certain opportunities, and if you don't take them, then you are setting yourself down a different path and you can't go back and take that other path. Maybe you can long down the road, maybe, but usually shit doesn't work that way. I don't know. I guess the main takeaway from this video is to just be honest with yourself. Make sure you're ultra aware of who you are and what you are doing. And if you're living behind a different name or living behind a mask, be extra careful. Be aware that whatever you are doing, make sure that you have what you truly want in mind and not what you think would be best for your character you've created. This might sound like a bunch of nonsense to y'all, but I really do hope that these words were of some value to someone, because I know that if I could have heard this a while ago, my life would be really different. And I did hear this advice multiple times throughout my life, but it never really clicked in my head until really I moved to Chicago. And I do feel like it was a little bit too late, I'm not gonna lie, because I wasted a lot of time. Don't waste your time, people. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I know the lighting was kind of strange. Is my ass wet? I was sitting down with my dress pants, man. I want to make sure that they're clean. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, please leave me a thumbs up. I really would appreciate it. I'm not gonna lie. You know, I do want to make more of these videos where I come out and just speak with y'all, because these videos are fun, man, and they're real. Every time I do this, I want to go to a certain location where I feel at peace. Like this trail, I feel at peace. Like this used to be a trail I used to come out and smoke on when I first moved here. So I like this trail. And I'll also come with like a different topic and shit, obviously, for each deep video. But yeah, I like getting personal with you guys. Come on. Anyways, y'all, I love you. Thank you for watching.